Welcome to another episode of All Four Downs Podcast. It's a special episode because I'm going to reveal my top 25 before the AP and coaches poll. So that way there ain't going to be no discrepancy or whatever it is that people want to say in debate. But I have a different perspective of everything. And I'm going to tell you once I reveal my top 25. And also, our channel will be transferring to a new YouTube channel and Facebook page that is called Four Downs and Three Counts. So stay tuned to that at the end of the show with all the details. But hey, let's get started with my top 25. Here we go. And I'm starting off with 21 through 25. I have Florida, Clemson, Iowa State, Arizona, Kentucky. Listen, we are a lot of you know that one of the top games was Clemson, and they didn't win, right? They didn't win, and they fell short to LSU. And I did not have them in the top 10, but as you can see, that they went four downs in my rankings, so therefore they're ranked number 22. But they can still how you say this, overcome and win out as much as possible, right? But I just got a feeling that this season in the ACC, there's a couple of teams that might get away from Clemson, but we'll just wait and see. I like Florida. I think Florida's hot. I think they're the biggest team right now that is very quiet. That's going to be moving up in the rankings. You want to watch out for Florida. But other than that, I mean, the rest of them, man, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and move on to the next set, 16 to 20. Notre Dame upset, baby, to Miami. We'll talk about Miami later, but right now, I mean, they ain't looking good for Notre Dame. But in the long run, look, if we're predicting that Notre Dame's going to make it to the top 12 and be in the playoffs, I just don't think that it's going to happen for them. With a lot of turbulence and everything else, got a new quarterback. They look promising, but I just don't feel like they're ready this year. All right. I mean, anything can happen, yes, but hey, it's still plenty of football. But their schedule does not look elite compared to some other ones. All right. Tennessee remains put. USC, Auburn, and South Carolina. More to follow on them. I mean, they won their games, but can they win the big games, right? Still, we're moving on to week 2. All right, 11 to 15. I have Miami, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Penn State, and Washington. The AP poll and the coaches poll is going to have Penn State in the top 5. I got it. And they got most of their players back. They believe in Coach Franklin, supposedly. But I just don't see Penn State as the top team. And here's why. They're not playing Michigan in the regular season. That's for one. They do have to play Ohio State. And if Penn State can't beat Ohio State this year, they don't need to be ranked in the top 15. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's just a waste of time. All right. Because if you can't be conference champion, if you can't represent finally in your own conference, you don't got no business there. And expanding to 12 and sneaking them in, that just means that, hey, we're just going to give you another chance. That's how you're treating Penn State. Okay. Do they look good? Yeah, they look good. But do they look good against a competitive team like Ohio State? Just saying. All right. Everything else, Miami. I got them at number 11. A lot will probably put them all the way to the top 5 here and there, but not ready yet. I want to see more because of the fact that, yes, they got Carson Beck as a quarterback, but are the wide receivers in sync with Carson Beck? But Carson Beck's been throwing it lovely. I mean, he looks like his days with Georgia, right? But can the receivers improve? I do believe so, and I do feel that Miami could be a big threat. Not only that, but to be champions of the ACC, I do believe. But there's another Florida team in the ACC that I'm about to talk about soon. All right, 6 through 10, LSU, Texas, Alabama, Missouri, and Michigan. LSU's favorite to win the national championship, according to Lee Corso, who retired from being on game day on ESPN. He's picking LSU. I'm going to have to believe him because of the fact that all his picks he made for his last time for his retirement were all 100% correct. I mean, hey, He even picked Florida State to beat Alabama, which here we go. Alabama ranked number 8 in my books. Also with Texas, both of them, both teams just going down 4 slots. I don't know. Compared to Texas, Alabama not looking great at all. I'm just telling you right now, they look out of sync on both sides of the ball. For Texas, I mean, everyone's hyping up Archie Manning, but Texas is Texas, and when it's a top 5 game, Texas don't come correct. And Texas got a hard schedule, and let me tell you that right now. And they do go on the road to face Georgia, and the way they're playing, Texas got no chance against the Georgia Bulldogs. Man, they have a long season. Just saying. LSU, ranked number 6. Wouldn't be surprised if they're ranked higher. Looking at 1 through 5, I do have Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, Florida State, and Ole Miss. Crazy, right? Crazy talk. What are you talking about, Ovi? What are you talking about, man? Oregon, really? Yes, I do believe. I do believe that Oregon will always represent, just like Georgia. All right. Ohio State, I know they're going to be number 1 on the AP and coaches poll because they beat Texas, but there's nothing really awesome to see from Ohio State's offense. Okay. Scoring 14 points. Yeah, I get it. But what if Texas don't have a great season? Okay. Everyone's jumping like, oh, this is like it's the national championship. It's not. They still got 11 more games to play. And then on top of that, they still got 4 or 5 more games to play after that. So I'm not trying to hear it. Right now, I'm just sticking to my guns. I gotta give respect. Yes, Ohio State won. They move up in the rankings. Florida State, on the other hand, upsetting Alabama, made a huge statement. This is not the same team as last year when they only won 2 games. It's going to flip flop. They're gonna be 10-2. I'm telling you, they're going to be 10-2 this season. Mark my words that Florida State will be in the college football playoffs. But I would love to see a Florida State versus Miami in the ACC championship. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be like one of the best games ever for the ACC? That's going to draw so much, and especially that you're in the state of Florida, which, by the way, I need to look up and see exactly where they play the ACC championship, because if that was the case, don't put it in no other state. Keep it in Florida, because that's the place to be. All right. Hey, that's my prediction. All right. Ole Miss, I gotta give respect to Ole Miss. All right. Until they fall short flat, of course they'll drop. But definitely I do see Georgia competitive. I'm just anxious to see Georgia versus the SEC, period. All right. And then, of course, Oregon over there, well, they will have their time. They will have their game. I do believe they play Penn State. So we'll see how that game goes. But other than that, that is my top 25. All right, I mentioned about four downs, 3 counts. It's another podcast that's combining the All Four Downs podcast with the HHW show. We'll still represent the names and everything else, but definitely it will be on the Four Downs, three counts YouTube channel and Facebook. So we're just gonna concentrate on in one channel. And it feels great because not only we're talking about these athletes, but we're talking about sports entertainment. We're talking about picks, predictions, and everything else. And that's what we do with both football and wrestling. So there you go. 4 downs, 3 counts on YouTube and Facebook at 4 downs, 3 counts. Please support us, myself and all the rest of the crews, once we get hot and ready for this fall for football, and of course the WWE sports entertainment and everything else. But it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be an awesome season. I can't wait. I want you all to join us. So please subscribe, like, follow, and to yours truly, thank you for tuning into the channel. Gotta love some football, yeah. I love it. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. It's showtime, baby.